And with that, I'd like to welcome you to my Persona 3 Portable Let's Play. This game is an enhanced port of the PlayStation 2 version Persona 3 FES. However, the difference here is that we do not have the extra story The Answer. However, we have the newly made for this game female hero en route, and you can see the hero here on the left, and I will be playing as her. A few things I have to point out about this game. First of all, this is the undubbed version of the game, so I will have here the English text with Japanese voices, because I found that when I played this in English, the dub was mediocre. I almost want to say it was bad because none of the characters sounded properly when they were voicing any of their lines. They sounded incredibly bored. Also, they say here that depending on who you choose to play as, the game will alter. It will be different depending on who you play, but only in various aspects. For one, the social links are different, and with the boy you will have a blue menu, which I think can very much be painful on the eyes at certain points. And with the girl you have different social links as well, and a pink menu, which can also be grating on the eyes at times, but not as bad as the blue, I would say. So I will be playing as she. And I'm not somehow trying to prove that I am super awesome at this game or something or other. So I'm just gonna play on normal because I want to prove that this game is incredibly easy. At least it has always felt very easy to me. Also note that this game is a new game, not a new game plus. I don't have any installed data on this, and some of the loading times may be a bit different, or a bit longer, due to not having any data installed active on this game. So I will have to do everything that you have to do in a new game. I have to increase my parameters, I have to increase my Persona compendium, do the fusions, and get the social links up, although the social links will be reverted for every game. I have put my game a bit louder in hopes that you can hear the Japanese voices and the music overall. So if it's too loud, I will put it down a notch or two later on. And that was the first ever voiced scene you hear in P3P. And in the English dub, I already noticed with that what the dub was going to be like, because the girl, as we find out, will be Yukari, and she sounded unafraid at that point in the English dub. We know that it was not actually a suicide attempt, but any lack of fear at such a point sounds incredibly weird. Also, this is my second Persona game that I've played. The first one was Persona 4, and this is the reason why I decided to play P3P, because it enhanced the battle system and changed it so that it would be similar to Persona 4's. And since I had read and heard of people complaining how in FES you were incapable of directly controlling your party members, resulting in them doing stuff that was absolutely pointless in battle, I wanted to avoid that and decided to go for P3P, having the similar kind of battle system that I already knew. The moon sure is pretty tonight. Also, I may sound incredibly petty about this, but another problem with the English dub was that they failed completely at pronouncing the Japanese names. You have no idea how many times I cringed when I had to hear them say Chidori or Yukari instead of Chidori and Yukari.
遅かったね。長い間君を待ってたよ。この先へ進むならここに署名をして。一応契約だからね。怖がらなくていいよ。ここからは自分の決めたことに責任を取ってもらうってだけだから。
Yeah, you really don't have to, be afraid of signing anything that holds you responsible if you do something wrong. Something I want to point out, when I played as the guy, I called him Shin Igami. It is a pun for Shinigami. But anyway, I am going to call her the same thing that I called her when I first played the game, which was... Oops, that was the wrong one. Satsuki Murasaki. Which I find hilarious because later on during one of the lessons there is a Murasaki and I always thought, maybe they're related. Of course, since we don't really have an official name for her, although people seem to call her Minako or Makoto, we can call her whatever we want. Something about this game I want to say is, if you are emotionally unstable and can easily become very sad or depressed, this is not really a game you should play for very long. At least, I realized I shouldn't play this game for very long because, yeah, I am not the most emotionally stable person. And you can't imagine how wonderful it is to hear them pronounce the names properly. So wait, this isn't a normal dorm?
竹場です。
As you can already hear, she introduced herself with her last name and not her first name. It's a Japanese thing. Yeah, as far as I know, unlike Persona 4 where certain options would increase your parameters, I don't remember this actually happening in P3P.
なんていうか、趣味っていうか。
I understand. I have a hobby of having a knife underneath my pillow.
いや、趣味なわけないや。
Oh. I don't... You know what? I don't want to know.
ご信用といったところさ。
I think that's what Mace is for.
もちろん、弾が出るわけじゃない。
Okay.
今日はもう遅い。部屋は3階に用意してある。荷物も届いているはずだ。すぐに休むといい。あ、じゃあ案内するんで、ついてきてください。
You know, it's the third floor. I don't think it's that difficult to get up there.
この部屋だね。一番奥だから覚えやすいでしょ。何か聞きたいことある？
Well, a contract isn't that weird to sign at such a place, but...
誰のこと？ちょっとやめてよ、そういうの。
Yeah, I want to say something about this game.
ちょっと聞きたいんだけど。
Oh, sure, you go first.
駅からここまで来る間、ずっと平気だったの？
Well, the moon was pretty. If you're referring to those coffins, then I simply thought that the graveyard was right outside the train station.
どういう意味って、その様子だと本当に平気みたいだね。ならいいんだ。ごめん、気にしないで。じゃあ、私は行くね。さ、
What?
いろいろとわからないことあると思うけど、それはまた今度ね。
You were the one who talked to me when you were ready to leave.
おやすみなさい。
I had no questions anymore. Jeez. Yeah, this is very helpful for people who don't know where something is you can click on. But then since the cursor sort of tends to magnetically get stuck on things that you can access, it's a bit difficult to not notice. Anyway, what I want to say about this game is I do not fully enjoy this game. I find it is heavily flawed compared to Persona 4. I will point out the various flaws that I see in this game at first, or as I go on, but here's a quick rundown. The pacing is so bad that there is actually no real story except in the months of November, 2 days of December, and in January. And the characters of the social links are utterly boring. And the music was pretty forgettable for me. I will continue on if it's, if I remember something or if something comes up that annoys me. But otherwise, one thing I have to give this game compared to Persona 4.
竹場ですけど、起きてる？おはよう、眠れた？先輩に案内しろって頼まれちゃって。
Okay.
もう出られる？
Yeah, whatever. Something I will give this game compared to Persona 4 is that the introduction phase of the game is much shorter.
珍しいでしょ？
I will be doing a Let's Play of Persona 4 eventually, and at that point I can show you that the pacing in the opening was terrible. In Persona 4, the introduction phase takes almost 2 hours. It really almost takes it 2 hours to get to the stage where I can actually really do some gameplay. Here in P3P, it's much shorter, which I am very glad about. Oh, by the way, they say that Yukari is like a very, very popular girl in the school.
ここからは一人で大丈夫だよね。まず職員室はこの先以上ナビでした。
Yeah, go away, Yukari.
昨日の夜、じゃあね。
Anyway. Yes, there's the wonderful square button. But anyway. Oh, she's gonna be important later. Now I lost my train of thought. Whatever. She is... Actually, I think both of those are important in the male route since they're social links. But not in our route. Okay. Oh, she's gonna be important later on too. I kind of like her as a social link. Speaking of social links, no, I do not think I'm going to even attempt to max all of them. Because I don't want to force myself to go on a guide on just following a direct route of do this on that day and this on that day, and if you fuck up here, well, you kind of really absolutely fucked up in getting all of them. What do you care if my parents died 10 years ago? And this is also a difference to P3P and the PlayStation 2 version, is that nobody listens to the principal. Anyway, the P3P version is more, as you can see, it's decked out as a... You know, I'm right behind you. Anyway, the P3P version is more decked out as a visual novel, which I overall thought... Oh god, it's you. Trucker face, I want to punch you. I always felt like the visual novel... I felt like the visual novel aspect of this game sort of took some of the emotion out of scenes for me, but maybe I'll feel different about it, because I haven't played this game in a while, and when I first played my previous playthroughs of it, they were very close to each other, so maybe I was just very tired of the game. Something I have to say about Yukari. I don't know her events. Whatever. I don't know Yukari's social links events if you are playing as the female heroine, cause I never really paid much attention to her when I was doing that. But in the male route, her events were cringeworthy. When I got to that one social link event where I helped her get her damn wallet back and probably prevented her from getting raped, that little bitch bag didn't even think of thanking me. She was more like, How dare you help me? What the hell do you think I am, a weakling? I didn't need your help. Oh, I just wanted to shove her head under that fountain and just hold it there. Yeah, whatever. I don't care what you're saying. I don't care about jocks. I'm in the go home club, okay?
新規入部ってことになるからまだもうちょっと後だけどな入れるの
君かおかえり
Yes. Something I also want to point out is they changed some save sheets. Originally you could only save here or in the Tartarus, which we will find about later on. But in P3P you also got an option to save after school when you were at your desk. So that sort of helped in making saving a bit easier, and it can help with the social links. But I don't think I'm really gonna bother much with that. Do you think I have narcolepsy? I'm not that tired. I get it, you two want to be alone. Don't try to deny it. Yes, different to the Stop telling me I should get some rest. Jeez. Anyway, yes, with the social links and the ones of the opposite gender, we can go a romantic route. Oh my god. Akihiko's Japanese voice is Midorikawa. I'm so glad I'm wearing a headset right now.
それまで普通だったものがある日を境に急に口も聞けないほどの無気力症に陥る。
Is that a spell?
最近流行りらしいな。記事ではストレス性ということで片付けられてるが。
そんなわけあるか。絶対奴らの仕業だ。でなきゃ面白くない。
相変わらずだな。一人で大丈夫か。
なに、心配ない。トレーニングのついでだ。
まったく、秋彦のやつ。遊びじゃないんだぞ。
I have to immediately point out, in any dating sim game, I always only date one person because I am monogamous in real life and I have my characters be monogamous in video games too. So in this game you can romance a guy, but you can also choose to just be friends with him. I don't know, are those references? I thought nerds were unpopular. Whatever. Dude! Anyway, this is still all part of the...
帰ってきました。
なるほど。彼女か。
It's that guy who looks like a guy we will meet later on.
やあ、
こんばんは。私は生月修二。君らの学園の理事長をしているものだ。生月。言いにくいだろ？
Not very.
おかげで自己紹介はどうも苦手だよ。油断すると神かね。部屋割りが間に合わなくて申し訳なかったね。正式な割り当てが決まるまでまだ少しかかりそうだ。さてと、何か聞いておきたいことはあるかい？
Well, why don't we
この
ask?
寮の住人は君を含めて4人だ。ここにいる竹場くんと、それから桐城くん、あと3年生の男子で真田明彦くんという生徒がいる。一つ仲良くね。他に質問はあるかい？
No, not really.
じゃあ良い学園生活を。私はそろそろ失礼するよ。転入したてはいろいろと疲れるだろう。
I do not have narcolepsy. I'm not tired all the time.
体なんてグーグー寝てなんぼだからね。昔漫画にあったろ、グーグーなんぼなんちゃって。
ごめんね。
I just dealt with Mo, so his jokes actually seem funny. Anyway, when I originally played the game as Satsuki, or the girl, I romanced Akihiko. Not because I particularly liked him, but because he was pretty much the only
どうだい、彼女の様子は。
decent guy out of the ones that I had.
今は眠っています。理事長。
まあとりあえず見守ろうじゃないか。
Especially,
もうすぐ影
even
時
with the later on ones, he was still kind of the only decent one, considering what happens to one of the guys. And one of the other guys is a kid. But I was thinking of actually going for the kid in a romantic way, even if it sounds incredibly dirty.
KJ presents.
I thought, why not? It might be fun.
来週もまたこの時間にお会いしましょう。バイバイ。
Plus, I can go for the canon that my Satsuki is a pedophile.
キリジョエレクトロニクスの提供でお送りしました。0時です。
You will see this a lot. Considering what we learned later on, isn't this kind of a contradiction?
彼女は平然と眠ったままか。毎晩0時になるたび訪れるこの影時間は、いわば
You mean it's like the
隠された時間。
13th hour in Final Fantasy 13?
普通の人間は棺のような姿に象徴化して、この時間があることすら感じない。
Yeah, so if they're oblivious to the dark hour, wouldn't that mean that the guy wouldn't notice that he's turning into a coffin?
見ての通り、彼女に象徴化は起きてない。
I'm just
眠って
asking.
はいるけど、彼女は今、ちゃんと影時間を体験してる。あとは適性があるかどうかだ。というか、あるんだろうね。なければ今頃、奴らの餌食になってる。
餌食ですか。
とにかく、もうあと何日かは、こうして様子を見てみないと。
はい。隠れてこんなことして、ちょっと気が引けますけどね。
Fee? Are you calling for me? Whoa, trippy. I don't remember having this sort of dream before.
Yo kosoベルベットルームへ。私の名はイゴール。お初にお目にかかります。
Penis nose.
さて、ここは夢と現実、精神と物質の狭間にある場所。ここは何かの形で契約を果たされた方のみが訪れる部屋。今からあなたは
By the way, those two doors in the background, I don't remember actually getting them to be removed, or it was done so late in the game that I never really paid attention to it. I hope it has nothing to do with their nose.
契約に従い、ご自身の選択に相応の責任を持っていただくことです。
Oh, okay, I'll do that as long as I don't have to do anything with their nose.
これを持ちなさい。
No! Oh, good, it's just the key.
ここの住人はもう一人おりますが、今はあいにく席を外しておりましてな。後ほど改めてご挨拶いたしましょう。またお会いしましょう。
I remember going to school. Can't believe that it's been 7 years. Then again, after that training school, I was a bit less old. I only slept once in class, and I had the teacher's permission to do so. We can sleep, but it's not important until later on. Sir, nobody has used the bomb in... Oh god, when was that used? In the 90s or the 60s?
Koko 来たことある？放課後になるとうちの生徒が結構いるんだ。カラオケとか CD ショップとかあるし、あと美味しいカフェもあるからさ。クラブもあるんだけど、さすがにそれはね。君か、おかえり。
I have read books by moonlight before and it was very painful on my eyes. Why do we not have a dorm, Mother? I played Persona 2 Innocent Sin a little bit, so I know that it is Yuko. At least I think that was her name. The one with the curly hair from Innocent Sin. Anyway, yes, thankfully we are getting very, very close to the end of the introduction phase. I hope you're not sick and tired of this yet.
How is it, Yoso?
昨夜と同じです。
ふむふむ。やはり興味深いね、彼女は。たとえ影時間への適性があっても、初めはもっと不安定になるものだ。記憶が消えたり、混乱したりね。今までの誰とも違う、実に例外的なケースだよ。
でもなんかこれじゃモルモットみたい。
Don't worry, I'll get you back for
そう
that.
言ってくれるな。彼女はクラスメートだそうじゃないか。同学年で、しかも女の子が仲間になったら、君も心強いだろう？我々には、どうしても力が必要なんだよ。
それは分かってますけど。こちら作戦室だ。
秋彦か？どうした？
すごいやつを見つけた。これまで見たこともないやつだ。ただあいにく追われてたな。もうすぐそっちに着くから一応知らせておく。
それ奴らがここに来るってことですか？
Moron!
今日の監視はひとまずここまでに。我々は応戦の準備をします。
頼んだぞ。
秋彦！
大丈夫だ。それよりすごいのが来るぞ。見たらきっと驚く。
面白がってる場合か。
真田君、奴らなのか？
はい、ただ普通のやつだ。
何この揺れ、冗談でしょ。
理事長は作戦室へ。竹場、君は上にいる彼女を起こして裏から逃がすんだ。
先輩たちは？
ここで何としても食い止める。秋彦、連れてきたのはお前だ。責任は取ってもらうぞ。
奴らの方が勝手についてきたんだ。何してる。早く行け竹場。
わかりました。起きて。ごめん、勝手に入るよ。悪いけど説明してる暇ないの。今すぐここから出るから。
Do you trust me? No.
とにかく急いでるの。待って、念のためこれ持ってて。じゃあ
Hooray. But yeah, that's the female heroine's
ここまで
main weapon, Naginata.
竹場、聞こえるか？
はい、聞こえます。
気をつけろ。敵は一体じゃないみたいだ。こことは別に本体がいる。
マジですか？ひとまず退却。何今の。なんか来る。
It sounds disgusting, whatever it is.
上に急いで。鍵もかけたし、ひとまずは大丈夫かな。
So if the door is locked, how are we gonna get back in? Oh my god. It's No Face from Spirited Away.
嘘。外を登ってきたの？
いた、屋上だ。
なんだ、あの巨大なシャドウは。
ミツラ、行くぞ。
待て。
あれがここを襲ってきた敵、シャドウよ。そうだ、戦わなきゃ。召喚、私だってできるんだから。行くよ。
Why are you falling over? That's not even your elemental weakness. She must be in a daze. She has picked up a gun. The only probable thing to do is to shoot myself! The hell? If that is my persona, that is so freaking awesome. Then again, kind of spoilers for much later in the game.
なんだ今の。
終わったの？
Only like 34 minutes into the game and I already have to save her. Stupid woman. I have to say I rather prefer the yellow menu from Persona 4. The blue and pink are a bit annoying.
大丈夫？ねえちょっと、ねえってば、起きてったら。
再びお目にかかりましたな。あなたは力を覚醒したショックで意識を失われたのです。ほう、覚醒した力はオルフェウスですか。なるほど、興味深い。それはペルソナという力、もう一つのあなた自身なのです。ペルソナとは、あなたがあなたの外側の物事と向き合った時表に出てくる人格。さまざまな困難に立ち向かっていくための仮面の鎧と言ってもいいでしょう。ペルソナ能力とは心を御する力。他者と関わり絆を育み、あなただけのコミュニティを築かれるがよろしい。
Technically it doesn't. You can level it up with battles, but
こそがペルソナ能力を伸ばしてゆくのです。
well, the stronger the social link, the more of bonus XP you become, or you get if you fuse a persona with the certain social link or kana.
あなたのいらっしゃる現実では多少の時間が流れたようで、これ以上のお引き止めはできますまい。今度お目にかかる時にはあなたは自らここを訪れることになるでしょう。ではその時までごきげんよう。
Did I lose?
気がついた。気分はどう？よかった、やっと起きたよ。
Non sequitur.
本気で心配したんだから。
Still not answering my question.
体の方は心配ないって過労みたいなもんらしいけど。
So if the doctor thought all I was exhausted and that sleeping would help me, why am I still in the hospital after 2
ごめんね、あの
weeks?
時は何にもできなくて。でも驚いた。すごいね、あの力。シャドウのことね。シャドウは私たちが戦っている敵。それにあなたが使った力はペルソナって呼ばれてる。大丈夫、後でちゃんと説明するから。ごめんね、隠してて。さ、いきなりでなんだけどさ、私もね、あなたと一緒なんだ。
Emotionally unstable?
私のお父さん、小さい頃事故で死んじゃってさ。
Honey, you're not very special compared to all the other party members of this game,
お母
so
さんとも距離
don't
が
feel
ある
like I am supposed to somehow feel sorry for you because of all this. Everybody here has at least
実は
one
私、
dead
あなた
relative
の身の
or
上いろいろ聞い
girlfriend.
ちゃっててさ。私だけ知ってるのも嫌だし、話さなきゃってずっと思ってて。昔さ、この辺りで大きな爆発事故があったの。父さん死んだのそのせいらしいけど、 詳しい事情分かってないんだ。父さんが勤めてたの。
Would you stop telling me your backstory? I really don't care.
何か分かるかも。
Jeez, woman.
学園に入った
You
の
know,
は
if I want to
この前
know
みたい
about
な
your
ことやってるのも
Sabi backstory, I'd cast you as a goddamn villain in a video
最
game.
も怖くてありさまだったけどね。私も初めてだったんだ、敵と戦うの。ごめんね、私が頼りないせいでこんな。
Where's the go away option? God, I hate
でも
Yukari.
ごめんね。それに起きた早々こんな話。待ってる間、いろいろ考えちゃってさ。今までいろいろ隠してたし、まずは自分のことを話さなきゃって。
We knew each other for 3 days before I went into this comatose state.
でも聞いてくれてありがとう。誰かに話したかったんだ。
What kind of bitch are you that you tell me your life story after only knowing you for 3 days and feel bad that you haven't told me after 3 days?
目を覚ましたって知らせないといけないし。
Especially if you're a Japanese girl.
私のことゆかりでいいからね。
Whenever I look up cultural stuff, they always are about, you know,
仲良
well,
くし
the
ようね。
Japanese always keep things to themselves because they don't want to bother other people with their personal problems, like their backstory of dead parents and such. But no, she just blabbles on. I had my period. It took 2 weeks. Now shut up. I have never heard of rumors being started because 2 girls go to school at the same time. This is like Radiant Mythology 1. Why are you blushing? You get that blush out of your face. Anyway, this is like Radiant Mythology 1, where they didn't change the text that Kanono had, and whether you were playing as a guy or as a girl, she still sort of fell in love with you, and there was like an obvious romantic hint there. It was really weird. Yeah, I am not using a guide for these answers. I'm not somehow looking them up. I didn't really look up Japanese history or anything like that, so yeah, I might remember some of the questions and hitting the right answer, but overall,
いや、来たね。体の方は大丈夫そうで何よりだ。退院早々ここへ呼んだのは他でもない。ま、かけて。ああ、そうそう。前に名前だけは言ったと思うけど、彼が真田君だ。
よろしくな。
stop talking with your Midorikawa voice. It makes me
一日は
giddy.
24時間じゃない。なんて言ったら君は信じるかい？
I just came from a game where we originally had 26 hours, so your 13th dark hour is not that big of a shock for me.
まあそうだろうな。しかし君はもう実際にそれを体験してるんだ。初めてここに来た夜のことを覚えてるか？あの
No.
日、君はいろいろと不思議な体験をしたはずだ。消える街明かり、止まってしまう機械、道に立ち並ぶ棺のようなオブジェ。
Well, the first 2 things were easily explainable by, like, a blackout. But the coffins, now, that is a good sign that it was a dark
自分
hour.
が普通と違う時間をくぐったこと。
No.
あれは影時間。一日と一日の狭間にある隠された時間だ。
気持ちはわかるよ。突然こんなこと言われたってそりゃね。でも影時間は毎晩必ずやってくる。深夜0時にね。今夜も、そしてこの先もだ。
普通のやつは感じられないってだけだ。みんな棺桶に入ってお休みだからな。けど影時間の一番面白いところは見た目なんかじゃない。お前も見たろ、怪物を。俺たちはシャドウと呼んでる。
Yukari already explained that,
現れ
yes?
てそこに生身でいるものを襲う。だから俺たちでシャドウを倒す。どうだ、面白いと思わないか？
秋彦、どうしてお前はいつも痛い目を見たばかりだろう。
まあいいじゃないか。ちゃんと戦ってくれてるわけだし。結論を言おう。我々は特別課外活動部。表向きは部活ってことになってるけど、実際はシャドウを倒すための選ばれた集団なんだ。部長は桐城充君。僕は顧問をしてる。
シャドウは精神を食らう。襲われればたちまち生きた屍だ。このところ騒がれてる事件もほとんどが奴らの仕業だろう。
You mean those crop circles? Shadows. The reason that I spilled water on myself? Shadows. Those weird amok runs? Shadows. It explains everything.
実はごく稀にだけど、影時間に自然に適応できる人間がいてね。
Not so rare considering the amount of party members I get later on.
そういう人間はシャドウと戦える力を覚醒できる可能性がある。それがペルソナ。シャドウはペルソナ使いにしか倒せない。つまり奴らと戦えるのは君たちだけなんだ。飲み込みが早くて助かるよ。
要するに君に仲間になってほしいんだ。君専用の召喚機も用意してある。君の力を貸してほしい。
よかった。あなた断るかと思ってた。ちょっと心強いかも。
いや感謝するよ本当に。ああそうそう、君の寮の割り当てだけどね、このまま今の部屋に住んでもらうことにしよう。偶然伸び伸びになってたけど、これは怪我の巧妙だね。
Yeah, I'm sure it was just a hold up.
調子いいというか。
Did I just get shot in the head? Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou hast established a new bond. Thou shalt be blessed when creating personas of the Fool Arcana. Yes, the seas are fools! Maybe I should have said that in my Franziska voice. The seas are the Fool Arcana. Fits much better. Do I have to listen to this thing again? Oh man. By the way, yes, I am probably going to aim for 1 hour long videos for this LP.
やあ、元気かい？僕はいつだって君のそばにいるよ。
I'm always on your side. You'll never get rid of me.
もうすぐ終わりが来る。なんとなく思い出したんだ。だから君に伝えなきゃと思って。
Oh, don't worry. You'll tell me things often enough.
お礼言われちゃったな。どういたしましてって言うんだよね。終わりのことは実は僕にもはっきりとはわかんないんだけどね。それよりとうとう力を手に入れたみたいだね。それもちょっと変わった力みたいだ。何にでも変われるけど何にも属さない力。それはやがて切り札にもなる力だ。初めて会った時のこと覚えてる？
No, I don't, because it was 2.5 weeks ago?
交わした約束は ちゃんと果たしてもらうよ。僕はいつでも君を見てる。たとえ君が僕を忘れててもね。
You'll always be the apple of my eye.
じゃ、また会おう。
I forget, am I allowed to actually do some gameplay? And why is she not voicing anything? Maybe there were no voices for this originally. No, not the ribs. That means I can't get him to laugh.
マジ寝ちゃうかと思った。
ちょっといいか。今日帰ったらラウンジに集合してくれ。全員に伝えることになる。
Couldn't you have told me that yesterday?
詳しい説明はその時にね。じゃあ伝えたぞ。
私たちと違って忙しいんでしょ。生徒会とかそういうのでさ。
Uh-huh. Well, since I was never on the student council, I wouldn't know.
別に嫌いじゃないけど。それより帰ろう。さっきの別に本当に嫌いとかじゃないからね。桐城先輩のこと。順平ってほんといらんことばっか言うよね。
Yes, you don't like Junpei very much. I really... I have not noticed any of his stuff in any of the playthroughs of mine where he sounded overly perverted. Then again, you should hear me about my perversions. It's very perverted.
おかえり。
待ってたぞ。紹介しとこう。
え？
おい、まだか。ちょっと待って。重っ。どうもっす。
順平？なんであんたがここに？
I have this weird sensation that he's probably going to be a party member. Must have been the main character design he was given.
この前の晩偶然見かけたんだ。目覚めてまだ間もないようだが、彼にも間違いなく適性がある。事情は大体話してあるが、俺たちに力を貸すそうだ。
So yes, Junpei is another one that we can't romance, but I read that because of story reasons, he can technically sort of not fully be romanced. Then again, I never really cared much about him when I played as the girl, so I don't know.
記憶の混乱とかありがちらしいんだよね。君たちそういうの知ってた？ならいいんだけどさ。ま、これペルソナ使いの常識だから。けどさ、正直言うと驚いたぜ。君たちもそうだって聞かされた。でも知ってる顔がいて、ま、君たちも俺たち
I was holding down the A button. Sorry about that.
女の子たちだけじゃ怖いもんな。
Okay.
まあね。
よろしくな。だろう。
そういうわけだ。よろしく頼んだぞ。よし、大体戦力も整ってきたな。
よし、全員来たようだね。ちょっと聞いてほしい。我々の要するペルソナ使いは長い間桐城君と真田君の2人だけだった。けど最近トントン拍子に仲間が増えて、今や5人にまで増えてる。
Oh, don't worry, at the end we're at like 7 people in total? 7 or 8?
そこでだ。今夜0時からいよいよタルタロスの探索を始めようと思う。
You mean that ship from Tales of the Abyss?
タル？なんすかそれ？
タルタロスよ。てか順平あれマジ見たことないの？
はて。
見てなくても不思議はないさ。何せタルタロスは影時間の中だけに現れるからね。
影時間の中だけ？
You asked him to join Cease, but you didn't explain to him about the Dark Hour?
面白いだろ。
Ugh.
それに俺たちのスキルアップにもうってつけの場所だ。あそこは行ってみればシャドウの巣だからな。
おお、シャドウの巣っすか。
っていうか先輩、その体で行くんですか？
秋彦は怪我が治ってない。同行はしてもらうが探索は無理だ。
分かってるさ。
先輩の分は俺がバッチリカバーしますって。
なんか不安だな。
理事長はどうされますか？
僕はここに残るよ。どうせほらペルソナ出せないしさ。
Then why is he capable of being alive during the dark hour?
ここ？どういうことっすか？ここって学校じゃ。
見てればわかる。ほら、0時になるぞ。
Then again, I don't remember it ever being explained? Or was it explained? And this is the 4th or 5th time we've seen the glass hour... I mean the hourglass clock thing. It's kind of MCS Escherith.
これがタルタロス。影時間の中だけに現れる
迷宮って何なんだよそれ。俺らの学校どこ行っちまったんだよ。
影時間が明ければまた元の地形に戻る。
こんなでかい塔が丸ごとシャドウの巣って。てかおかしいっしょ。なんだってうちの学校のとこだけこんな。先輩たちにもわからないんすか？
ああ、
きっといろいろあるんでしょう、事情が。
Was it actually
わ
explained?
からなきゃ調べればいい。
Yeah, it's been like
ここを本格的に
over a
探索
year
する
since
のは
I've played
俺や
Persona 3,
ミスリンにと
so
って
I
今夜
really don't
初めて。
remember anything.
ワクワクする。
I only remember certain
どう見た
flaws
って
of
ここに
it.
は絶対何かある。影時間の謎を解く鍵になるものがな。
秋彦、意気込むのは勝手だが探索はさせないぞ。
うるさいな。何度も言うな。
おお、中もすげえな。
でもやっぱ気味悪い。
ここはまだエントランスだ。迷宮は階段の上の入り口を抜けてからさ。
まずは慣
It's
れ
a
てもらう。
clock.
今日の探索はお前たち3人だけで行け。
新人だけでですか？
深入りさせ
Only
る
in
つ
the
もりはない。
entrance.
それに必要な情報は私がここから通信でナビゲートする。
それとな、現場でのチーム行動を仕切るリーダーを決めておこうと思う。
リーダー？それつまり探検隊の隊長？はいはいはい、俺。
お前がやれ。
女の子っすよ。
Well, screw you too.
けどもう実践経験してるから。
え？マジ？
確かにそれもあ
Well,
るが、
it's
選んだ理由はもっと簡単だ。順平、ペルソナの召喚、あいつのようにちゃんとできるか？
もちろんっす。バッチリ決めますって。
I was dazed, which is the only reason that I could do it.
相手はシャ
Jeez.
ドウだ。できなきゃ話にならないぞ。
はい、分かってます。
よし、行ってこい。準備はいいか、リーダー。頼もしいな。
どうしたの？
お待ちしておりました。いよいよその力使いこなす時が訪れたようですな。今から挑まんとする塔は残念ながら現在のあなたではまだ答えを導くことはおできにならぬでしょう。だからこそ進まれる前に知っておかれるがよろしい。ご自身の力の性質というものをね。 そうおっしゃいますな。あなたにとって非常に
Why do I
重要
have
なこと
to?
です。あなたの力は他者とは異なる特別なものだ。いわば数字のゼロのようなもの。あなたはお一人で複数のペルソナを持ち、それらを使い分けることができるのです。そして敵を倒した時、あなたには見えるはずだ。時にそれらはひどく捉えづらいこともある。あなたの力はそれによって育つ。さて、次からはその時こそそれから以前お話ししましたが、さて。
Difference in the female version, we can think it's a woman and get Elizabeth, or we're going to think it's a man and we get Elizabeth's male counterpart Theodore. And since I've never gotten Theodore before,
なるほど。で
テオドアと申します。テオとお呼びください。
well, you certainly don't look like what I expected.
以後、お見知りおきを。
この者もあなたへの手助けをすることになりましょう。
You know, if you had black hair, I'd be
で
calling him
は
Claude.
再び見える時までごきげんよう。
This is going over an hour, but the introduction's taking longer than I
ちょっ
thought.
と大丈夫？
どうしちゃったわけ？ぼーっとしちゃってさ。
は？扉？
どこぞに？
夢でも見てた？
つかリーダーなんだからさ。ま、ここは一つ俺っちに頼ってもらって構わないけどな。
ついてくからさ。とにかく行こう。
Something funny I want to point out is in the English dub, we will hear about all-out attacks, and depending on who tells us that we should do it, they yell something, and in Junpei's case, in the English dub, he yells, "Get back here, you son of a." And I always was waiting for the word bitch to come up, but it never did. So then I was wondering why it was censored, considering this game is rated M for mature. I mean, okay, we do visit a love hotel later on, but we don't really do anything, unfortunately. But we are in a game where high schoolers do things, shooting themselves in the head, and overall doing very creepy things, and we are not allowed to use the word bitch? That does not compute with me. Anyway, since I'm getting an opportunity here to actually control something, I'm going to end the introduction video here, and next time we're going to go into the Tartaros and actually get some gameplay done. See you next time!